Hey everybody, just giving you my end of week 6 update. Well, I took my midterm in pharmacology. Pharmacology has been a little bit of a struggle. For me, okay, the class is lasting 6 weeks. But for me, I have such anxiety for test taking that, a few of my tests I didn't do well on. But my midterm I did pretty okay. So that let me know that I did know a great deal of information on my the first 2 tests, even though my test didn't reflect my knowledge. I have been studying. I stay up till like 2 when I get off work, and it's not that it doesn't help or anything, but I freak out when I'm having tests, and this is something that has been going on with me for a very long time. It's like, okay, I know I'm an AV student, and but my tests all show that I'm a C average student. So, it's not due to messing up on my test for knowledge base or not studying. It's just that taking the test, I get so indecisive. And I'm really not a person that's indecisive. I do know what I want, but hey, I guess that's my weakness. So we started math. We got a test next week. We only go twice a week. No, we're going twice. We went twice this week, 3 times next week. So the class will end at the end of the month. It's moving very fast. Lots and lots and lots of homework. Homework that we don't have to take in, but hey, if you do the problems, practice makes perfect. So doing pretty good in there so far. Learning equations. Right now it's just basic arithmetic, basic math, ratios, fractions, addition, subtraction, things like that. But good thing is we do get to use a calculator. All right now. All right, well, our pharmacology class is such a drag. And I don't find pharmacology bad to learn. It's just that if you have an instructor that's not telling you what to, how can I say it, what he needs you to know, then you will have problems. You will have problems. I've talked to a lot of my friends in different nursing programs in Michigan and in Ohio, and they just like, hey, their instructor tell them, hey, I want you to learn these 2 drugs. I want you to learn the actions of the drugs. I want you to learn the contraindications of the drugs, the special things that stand out. Like for example, anticoagulant drugs. Those are blood thinning drugs. So, you got drugs like heparin and warfarin. You need to know that you can't take aspirin with those drugs. That's that special thing for that category, because you won't your blood won't clot. You can get really fatigued, things of that nature. So he's not he just tells you just to read the nursing process, and then you just really don't know what he's going to ask you. If you ask him the type of question that he's going to ask you, he never really says. He just goes, could be, maybe so, probably. He's not I'm not knocking any other nationalities or anything, but sometimes I just believe that when you have a person of a different culture teaching you, and then you have a boisterous person in a class, it makes the class difficult, because the instructor's trying to be respectful, give your time, answer your questions, but he's also feeling a little bit intimidated per se. And that can make class really, really difficult. I just want you all to know I hate this class, and it's not due to the fact that the instructor. It's just due to the fact that it's just draining. It's very draining, and I dread going to this class. I only go twice a week. And I dread going those 2 times a week, but I'm always studying. I use my class time to study because I pay no attention to the instructor, because of, it's not that he's not going over everything, but I need all the time I can get because I work also in the afternoon. And I still work at the salon. So, you know, I have to get all the study time in that I can. So I do use class time. I do record my lectures so that if I need to go back and listen for anything, I do have that available to me. A lot of times I have used it. I have used it on plenty of occasions, but usually I just study the way I study. I take out the important parts. I don't read the chapters anymore, even though they read very, very fast, but I don't read the chapters. I just look and skim for the important things to take out. Take out of the category drug that I'm on. So anyway, you all, I just, you know, that's the end of my oh yes, okay, well, peep this. Everybody failed the second test before the midterm. So they revamped our program for pharmacology. So now we have to do these things called drug cards, which is cool because, you know, write it down, makes you remember. So these are drug cards. So our tests that we're having in pharmacology on the 27th will be on these drugs. I think it's about 24 or 25 drugs. It's not, the drugs are not as bad as the drugs he gave us before because it was so many. Horrible. Okay, you can't learn all these drugs and expect to keep them straight, but you can learn the category of drug. You can pick a couple of drugs out and say, okay, hey, if you always have a drug in a certain category, you're gonna know what it does, you know. So, and I want everyone to know that many of the drugs that we use, we already know what they do because we use them constantly. We got family members use certain drugs constantly. You know, drugs like for high blood pressure, drugs for like your beta blockers and things of that nature. So we actually just know a whole lot before we actually even know we need to know it. So, you know, just keep that in mind. Anybody that is taking, you know, that's in the program, get ready to start pharmacology. Pharmacology is already in your blood. So, so they revamped everything. So we just do the drug cards. We gotta take a test soon. And you know, hey everybody, just pray I do well because I'm almost at my January will be my 6-month mark. We'll start fundamentals in October. So I'm really, really excited. All right, y'all. Peace out.